But when you do really understand different personas that impact and you want to personalize and group content to them, have you found that using native Marketo normalization or segmentation is either brutally time consuming or bandwidth intensive on writing updates or grouping records based on massive amounts of a segmentation or normalization logic?
I think where you're getting to is where do you start with all of that, right? And I think you have to look at, if you're starting from scratch and it's day one and you go, right, I'm going to approach account-based marketing, or this is our new initiative to target this market. The starting point for that will be, let's look at what competitors are doing. What kind of mails do I get from my competitors who are all doing the same research, right? And you can sign up with as many job titles as you want and then cut in a prospects database, right? Why not? I could put as many different email addresses and fake job titles and the rest of it and see what segmentation they do on me. They'll never know. I know that for a fact, right? I've done it so many times. That's where I'd start. But then your point about the segmentation is you need to, in order to have a segmentation, you need to have the data in the first place, and you need to have some database to segment on. So the starting point is always going to be based on what data you have, and what you can do there. And that might be best just going, right, I'm going to test something radical and see what happens, and then I'm going to segment the engaged people to those more radical things. Or it might just be something as simple as, our hypothesis here is that people react differently in this industry to our messaging versus this industry, or even we have something different to say because it makes sense, right? So I take a very individualized approach from anyone that I work with, because maybe overly so sometimes. Some people have to rein me in, but I think it's really important to understand that audience. But it starts from somewhere, and wherever you start, as long as it can give you some next steps, it actually doesn't matter too much. You just need to be testing and learning as much as you can. So you just pick something, take industry, what tests are we going to get, what are we going to learn by targeting them differently, and you'll get something else to target on then.